Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you possibly to move forward of the screens which are going to be coming down? They are a fabric screen, so you do need to lean forward. You can't lean on them. Ever so loud. Oh. Come down here. So there are plenty of seats at the front still. So if you really fancy it, a bit of comfort at the front. You just can see them now. These are the screens that come down, so we need to be in front of those, please. Hello there, are you all right? You can bid on every lot then. So you can bid on every lot. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our first sale of 2015. Great to see so many people. Great to see a lot of new faces as well, which always is a pleasure, because it means we're attracting new people all of the time. Also, it's obviously also very nice to see the regulars, so please don't think I'm not including you. At one of my viewings, I was talking to one of the viewers there, and he was saying about our service, and he was praising us up. He was saying, you know, the auction room's good, it's a nice professional environment, it's a nice family environment. And then he hit me with it. Apparently I waffle too much at the beginning of the auction. So I try and cut back the waffling and keep it as short as I can do. Just to say, I'm sure several of you have noticed that we've had our website going whilst we've been waiting for the auction. It's a new website, it's now telephone and tablet compatible. If you do get a chance to pass any comments, we are still in the stages of ironing out problems with it, so please do report back if there's anything you think we need to be doing. Two things I have got to cover very quickly. First is the exhibitors that are here. They come every auction without fail. They stay after the auction to talk to you. If you need to speak to solicitors, letting agents, wait behind and talk to these guys. They're professional, they know their business, and they are well worth talking to. So that's the first thing I need to talk about. The second one is I have got to quickly explain the procedure. So the new faces will have heard this for the first time. I will offer each lot in the order as it appears in the catalogue. And you'll see a big picture of it up here. So you won't be able to bid on the wrong lot. If it's a different picture, for goodness sake, don't bid on it. You may hear me mention that I have a telephone bid or a commission bid. This is where we're bidding on behalf of third parties that are unable to be at the auction room, but they are people that are here for that. They're genuine bids. Once the hammer falls, you have purchased the property unconditionally. No going back at that point. So I always say to people, please make sure that you have checked the property out itself, that you've looked at the legal pack, and that you have your formal funding in place. And if necessary, you've taken independent professional advice. And if any of those things are missing, please don't bid, because you will not be able to go back. If I put the hammer down to you, that is it. You have purchased it. If you are the winning bidder, Lorraine will pop out and see you, and she has with her some buyer information forms, which literally is just your name and your solicitor's details, and she will take that together with your proof of IDs back to the clerking area, where the contracts will be drawn up whilst the rest of the auction is going ahead. When we put the hammer down on the last lot, we ask successful bidders to wait behind, where we will generate the contracts and ask you to pay your deposits and sign the various bits of paper that you need to. If you happen, that's done in lot order, by the way, so if you happen to have bought lot number 9, you might want to go straight to the cafe and get yourself a can of drink or something to tide you over until you get a chance to sign the contract. We are actually a team member down today, so please bear with us if we're a little bit on the drag. We'll do our best for it to be seen. Quasi, if you happen to be watching from your hospital bed, the live stream, get well soon, pal, because we miss you here and we need you here. So that's that bit out of the way. I'll just read the amendment sheet and then we'll crack on. The amendments read, the first one is lot number 2, which is 88 Back Hamlet, Ipswich. This lot has been postponed until our 13th of May auction. Lot number 3, land to the rear of 18 to 52 Regent Street, Stowmarket. The freehold to the driveway is not included. However, there is an unrestricted right of way. Please see the legal pack for exact definitions. Lot number 7, 7 Patmore Road, Waltham Abbey. This is a 2-bedroom bungalow with a first floor loft room. And lastly, please note site plans provided within the catalogue are for guidance purposes only. Buyers must satisfy themselves as to exact boundaries. So that's my waffle. I do apologise, it has taken longer than it should have done, but never mind. Let's start the auction, shall we? There it is, lot number 1. This is 30 Abbotsbury Close. With this particular property, we are actually acting for executors, and they were awaiting probate when we first took instructions. I'm delighted to be able to report that probate has now been granted. So it is an incredibly straightforward legal process now. Nothing to wait, nothing to hold it up at all. And I have to say that the property itself, the renovation there, is also a very straightforward one. It's a 70s/80s built property. It's 3 beds, first floor bathroom, lounge, diner, kitchen, garage en bloc. It's been smoked in, it needs a new kitchen and a bathroom, but fundamentally, it's all there. I mean, it's all got plastic double-glazed windows. Yes, probably needs to be replaced. You need to replace some of the units because they've steamed up and broken. But overall, it's a pretty straightforward refurbishment, this one. So, as far as I'm concerned, it makes a great refurb to sell or a great refurb to put into an investment portfolio. Guiding this one at 90 to 110, is somebody going to be brave and start me off at 100? Middle guide? Start me at 100 here straight away. At 100, do I see 102 from somebody? We're at 100,000, strong bid right away. 102 somebody? 102, thank you. Against you at 102, sir. No, you're out? 103 if you like. No, 102 then. I have 102, looking for 103 from somebody. At 102, 103, thank you, sir. 103, 104. You in? No, 104 then. Looking for 105 from somebody. At 104, 105 with the young lady there. 106, sir. 106. 106 against you, sir. 107, madam. No, sir. 108. You in again, sir? No, at 108 then. Seated there to my right at 108. At 108 there. Seated at 108, looking for 109 from somebody. Where are we looking? Sorry, young lady, 109. Sorry, 109 against you, sir. Yes, you in? 110. 110 then seated. At 110 seated. At 110 seated. Looking for 111. At 110 seated. 111, sir. Thank you. 111 at the front here. 111. 112. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. No, at 118 seated. In at the beginning and still there at 118. Are we all down at 118? Take a little one if you like. 18 and a half. 18 and a half, 19 and a half, 20, 20 and a half, 20 and a half, 120 and a half, yeah? Yep, 121, 121 and a half, 22, 22, at 122, you in, sir? And a half, 22 and a half, 23 and a half, 24, 24 with at the back there, 24 against you, sir, and a half at the front here, 124 and a half, 125. At 125 there. You in, sir? And a half then. 26. You're out now. Definitely? It's at 126 at the moment. Anybody else want to join in? It's at 126,000 at the moment. Sir, coming back to you. And a half then. Sorry. I do apologise. It's the nature of the business, I'm afraid. 126 and a half. 127. You're out now for sure. At 127 then, are we all done? Going to be calling this at 127. 127 for the first time of asking. 127 for the second time of asking. 127 and a half. It was going to happen, wasn't it? At 127 and a half. 127 and a half. Go strong straight away. Go in at 130 and say that's it. Is it 127 and a half? Do you want to go or not? You are 128 then. 128. We need to move on. I'm going to be quick this time, and a half then. 128 and a half. 128 and a half. 29. You're out. 129,000 for the first time of asking. 129,000 for the second time of asking. 129, third and final time. Well done. What can I say, sir? Thank you very much. Well done. I apologise. Crack straight on to lot number 2. We won't, as you know, it has been postponed. It's a technical issue with lot number 2. What I would say is that those of you that have registered for legal packs for lot number 2, we will make contact with you and we'll keep you informed of what's happening. But certainly at the moment, the intention is that property is likely to be coming back into our May sale. So, as you say, if you have registered for legals, we will keep you informed. We move on to lot number 3. There it is on the screen. So say you can't bid on the wrong lot. This is land to the rear of 18 to 52 Regent Street in Stowmarket. 0.43 of an acre, central residential area, central Stowmarket. These parcels of land just don't come up, quite honestly. A pretty unique opportunity. Those of you that have been on site will realise that it's full of, there's dilapidated garages on there. Everything that we've described in the catalogue is true. It's currently yield from the 5 grand rents on the tenancies that are there of 750. But I would suggest it's relatively easy, subject to planning, to improve that in the short term just by redeveloping what's there already. And then you have to say that the medium to long-term prognosis on the site is probably very, very good. But it is a medium to long-term to get a really strong growth on it. As we have said, access is to the side of 52 Regent Street, over which you have a right-of-way. So that drawing, you're not buying the little freehold, the little finger there. That's not included, but you have a right-of-way over that. So be aware of that. A lot of interest. Nobody's going to start me at 30. Somebody start me at 20 on it. 20,000 for it. Had some interest in it, so there's going to be somebody here for it at 20. 20 I have. Thank you, sir. 20 I have. Looking for 21 from somebody. At 20,000 I have. 20,000 seated at the back there. 21. Thank you. You're out? Okay. 21 with the gentleman there. 21 with the gentleman standing just there. Anybody else want to join in? At 21,000 at the moment. 22. Thank you. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 29 then. 29,000. Anybody else want to join in? We're at 29,000 at the moment. At 29,000. Anybody else want to join in? At 29,000? At 29,000 are we all done? You in, sir? 29 and a half. First bidder back in at 29 and a half. 30. And a half. 31. You right, sir? At 31,000 then. At 31,000. Are we all done then at 31? Because I am going to sell at 31,000. So say these opportunities don't present very regularly. At 31,000 and selling, are we all done? And a half, sir? And a half then. 31 and a half against you, sir. What do you think? At 31 and a half. And selling at 32 then. And a half. You're out now. 32.5 and selling at 32.5. For the first time of asking then at 32,500. Second time of asking at 32,500. 33,000, gentlemen there. Somebody else did you see, Lorraine, or that gentleman? It's 33 then. Back with a bidder at 33, so I'm afraid. At 33 and a half, you're out then. It's going to be fairly quick now. 33,500. First time of asking at 33.5. Second time at 33.5. Third and final time at 33.5. Sold. Gentleman seated right at the back there. Gentleman right at the back on the left there, Lorraine. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Unlucky. Let's move on to lot number 4. Again, should be visible there. It is Sintra House over in Thetford. This property is actually Grade 2 listed. It doesn't state it in the catalogue. It does in the legal pack, so you're aware of it already, those of you that have looked. But I must reaffirm that it is Grade 2 listed. Had strong viewings there, and I think it's because there's a variety of solutions possible with this particular property, or uses, should I say, for it. Obviously, you've got a spectacular family home in the centre of Thetford with a lovely walled garden. That's option number 1. Option number 2 might be subject to planning, but you have to say that there's potentially an opportunity for some residential development on site, possibly within the main building and also possibly within the garden land. So that's option number 2. And option number 3, you've got some commercial prospects there because of its proximity to the town centre. So it would take a nice professional practice or something like that. Again, obviously subject to planning. The other thing I will just mention to you is Thetford as a town. It was always a little bit difficult to get to, but with the changes to the A11, it's now only half an hour's drive to Cambridge. And we all know the value of properties in Cambridge, and I think that it's pretty safe to assume there'll be some disproportionate growth in values in Thetford over the course of the next couple of years based on the new dualling of the A11. So it's got a lot of legs in this one as far as I'm concerned, a lot of potential. Guiding at 190 to 210. Something to start me at 200. You want a bit on this one, do you, sir? Start me at 2? No? No, all right then. 180 then. Somebody start me off at 180. 170 then, somebody? 170 for it? It's a bargain at 170, isn't it? At 170, somebody? Who's here for it? I know there's people here for it because I have seen you looking at it. At 170, come on, I want somebody to kick it off at 170, please. At 170 I have, thank you. At 170, great. Looking for 172 from somebody. We're at 170 at the moment. 172 from somebody. At 170. At 170 there to my right. At 170. 172 from somebody. At 170 only, and it's going to be going at 170. Kick in now if you're going to. At 170. You in, sir? At the back there, are you in? So at 170 at the moment. Are we all done at 170? Can't do it. Come and see me post because we will do something, I'm sure. We are incredibly close. So I do apologise, but do come and see me. Let's move on to lot number 5. This is flat 6, 2 back Hamlet. There it is. A stunning award-winning conversion when it was done in the early 2000s, 2006 I think it was completed. Won all sorts of awards for its development. And it is stunning. It's a beautiful development, there's no doubt about it. Solid investment. I must just tell you, when I arrived at the viewing for this property, there was a queue of people outside, and I thought they might be queuing for a bus. But it was incredibly British. All of the viewers there were all queuing up behind each other, waiting to get into this one. It was really nice to see. Very British. Unfortunately, it's a tiny little flat, which meant I had to keep people waiting, going in one at a time, so I do apologise for that, because it got fairly heavy in there. It's generated a lot of response because it's incredibly keenly priced. It's had the same tenant in it for a long while, as we know. She originally started off on a 6-month AST, and it's now reverted to a periodic tenancy, so place now. I've got a note here, it's possibly underlet. I think most of us would agree it's underlet probably. It is a 2-bedroom flat. It has got parking, which is not many of them there have got parking, so it certainly does represent very good value for money. Strong interest, 40 to 50,000 guide. Somebody start me off at 40,000 straight away so we can get on quickly. Thank you. At 40,000. Looking for 42 from somebody. At 40,000 with that gentleman right at the back. 42, somebody, please. Let's get in quickly. 42, thank you. 44, sir? 44. 46. 46 then. Somebody else want to join in? At 46,000. At 46, 48. 48 to my left. Where have we gone? 48, 50. 52. 54. 56. 58. 60. I'll go for the ones now. It's worth it for one, isn't it? 61. 62. At 62 then we have. 62 to my left. 63, new bid. 63. You in? Yep. 64. 65. 65 then. Bid at 65,000. 66 somebody. We're at 65,000 at the moment. You sure? Little one. Okay, 65 and a half. 66 and a half. And a half. 67. No? At 67,000, then at 67,000, are we all done? Selling it at 67,000. At 67,000 and a half then, new bid at 67 and a half. 67 and a half against you, new bid at 67 and a half. 68 and a half. And a half to my left there. 68 and a half to my left. 69. You're out. At 69,000, you out, sir? You out? 69,000 then. Are we all done at 69 because I'm going to sell? First time of asking at 69,000. Second time of asking at 69,000. Third and final time, 69,000. Well done, thank you. In the middle of the room, right way. Lot number 6. We have a telephone bid, I think, on this one, Luke. You right? You right? Sorry, bear with us 2 seconds while we connect. Sod's law, won't be able to, but if we can't, we can't. Yeah, if we can't, we can't. Carry on. Keep trying. If they join in during the auction, that's great. Lot number 6. This is 46 Rayleigh Road in Ipswich. There it is. Luke's got it up on the screen. Guarding this one at 90 to 110. Currently a 3-bedroom end terrace, as we know. A lot of viewers on this one, so we all know what's available there. A lot of people in this area will actually convert them to 2 beds. They'll put a bathroom upstairs and they'll make themselves a nice big kitchen. So you have 2 reception rooms, nice big kitchen, 2 bedrooms and bathroom upstairs. The nice thing with that development is you haven't got to extend. You can work within the structure that's already there, so you can cost it that much better. And certainly, it's not unreasonable to looking at competitive products in the area, competitive ones that have sold recently, because it's at the very quiet end of Rayleigh Road, near the allotments there, to predict a value of 145, 150 when it's fully refurbished in A1 condition. So it's a pretty straightforward one, this one. Okay, so guiding at 90 to 110. Somebody can start me off. Are you through, Luke? Great, okay. Somebody start me off at 90,000. 90 for it. Somebody start me at 80 then. At 80 I've got, thank you, 80. 80 I have, looking for 82 from somebody. Going to go above this, so it's 80,000 at the moment. 82 somebody. At 82. 82 on the phone, thank you. You in? 84. Was somebody else in the room, was there, did you say? So 80, what were we up to? Sorry, I've lost track of myself now. 84, so it's 86, madam. Yep. 86. 88. No, at 88,000. 88. 90. New bid there at 92. Sorry, you in at 94? 94. 96. 98. No, you're out. 98 then. 98. New bid at 100, right at the back. Take some ones now if you like. We're at 100 at the moment, right at the back. At 100. 101 here. At 101, do I see 102 somebody? We're at 101, do I see 102? We're at 101, are we all done? 102, thank you, sir. New bid at 102. New bid here in the front at 102. At 102. 103. So are you with it? 104. 104 in the room here at 104. It is a bargain, I'll say, at this price still. So you were interested in this, weren't you? No? 104. Take a little one if you like on the phone, or you're out. 104, here we are at the moment. At 104, are we all done? And a half I have to my right. 4.5 I have to my right. You're going to go? 105 then. And a half. No? 105 and a half. At 105,500. Telephone, you out? At 105 and a half, and we're going to sell. At £105,500 and selling if we're all done. First time of asking then at 105,500. Second time of asking at 105,500. Third and final time. Sold. Well done. Thank you. Let's move on straight away to this little one down in Waltham Abbey. As we see there, we have 2 telephone bids on this lot. Have you made contact, Brian? Brian's made contact. Luke, are you on the case now? Right, I'll be talking about it before I actually offer it to make sure he's up to speed with me. It's actually nice to see some of the faces that I saw at the viewing. So I know several of you have made the trip up here. Just hope the A12 wasn't too bad for you that worked your way up from Essex. It's normally not too bad. It's a 2-bedroom detached bungalow, as we know. It's in quite good condition. From a letting point of view, you could put a tenant in it straight away, quite honestly. But it does also have an opportunity for some refurbishment and some redevelopment as well, which is rather nice. It's actually also only 2 minutes away from the M25. So that's one of the big attractions here, is that you can get onto the M25, get anywhere you need to very, very easily. I spoke with several of the viewers there, and certainly we were looking at possibilities of a straightforward refurbishment. There's an opportunity. You've got houses in the area generally, so an opportunity quite possibly to put a new lid on it, new roof, and go up an extra half story, so you could get 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. And then your values, you're talking 350, 400,000. So great opportunity, this one. And I think that sort of property is likely to be worth 375-ish, possibly 400 even, when it's with that sort of conversion. Anyway, my 2 telephone bids are live. I'm guiding this one at simply 240 to 260. I want to start it at 240. I don't want to mess around with this one. So we're going to start it at 240, somebody. People that are here for it, start me off at 240. One of the telephones then, kick it off at 240, please. I need someone to talk to me. Here to be sold. 240, somebody. All of a sudden it's going to go, isn't it? I know it is. 240, come on. I need one of the phone bidders to either duck out or make a bid. 220 then. 5s, we're going in 5s. 220. 225, somebody. 225, somebody. 25, thank you. 225. 225. 225. We have 225. 230. 35. 35. 35 in the room. 240. 45. 45 in the room. 45 in the room. 45 in the room. 250, thank you. 55 in the room, anyone? We're at 250 at the moment. Somebody else going to kick in? 250 at the moment. Telephone? At 250. 255, somebody? 252 then, somebody? 252, thank you. I was waiting for that, so I knew you were here. 252. Come on. 252. 254. 56. 56 in the room. 56 in the room. 60, thank you. 260 on the phone. 62. 62. 62 in the room. 64. 66. 66 in the room. 66 in the room. 266. 266, 270. 72. 72, that. 72 in the room. Sorry, it's already at 272. Is that 272 in the room? 274. 274. 278. 278. 278. 278. 280 on the phone. 280 on the phone to my left. 280. At 280,000. 282. 282 in the room now. 282. Half? 83? 83 then. 283. 83 against you, son. I like to sell to people in the room if I can do. Go on. 84, thank you. 284 then. I also like to sell to people on the phone. 284. 285, thank you. 285. 286. 286. At 286. At 286 and selling. Do you want to go at 287? It's at 286 at the moment. You're out. 286 then and selling. That's £286,000 and selling. If we're all done, 286 and a half. Sorry, sir. 87. 87. No, you're out. 287 then, at 287 and selling for the first time of asking 287. Second time of asking at 287. Third and final time at 287. Sold to a gentleman in the room. Well done. Thanks for coming up, sir. Gentleman with the blue shirt on. Yeah. Well done. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. We move on to lot number 8. Again, the Blue Water Farm site down at Elton Park. There it is. You all right, Luke? Okay. It's generated a huge amount of interest, this site. I mean, everybody's got their own ideas about what they can and can't do with it. Let's make it very clear at the moment. I think the chances of residential development there are nil. Let's make no mistakes about that. I think that the long-term prognosis might be slightly different. But as it stands at the moment, don't buy it thinking you're going to get a house on there next week, because I really don't think you'll do so. However, there's lots of other uses that people have been discussing, and I think all of those might well be subject to planning, but there's some great opportunities there, there's no doubt about it. That's all I'm going to say about the site, quite honestly. It's just under 3 acres, 2.8 acres. It's created a lot of interest. So somebody talk to me. 30,000, no, nobody's going to talk to me. 20,000, somebody talk to me. 22 on the phone straight away. Excellent, thank you. 22 on the phone, 24 from somebody. 24, thank you. 24 in the room. 24 in the room. Anybody else want to join in the room? 26 on the phone then. 28 in the room. 28 in the room. 28 in the room. 30. 30. 32. 32. 32. 34. 36. 36 in the room. 36. 38. 40. 40 in the room. 42, thank you. 42. 44. 44. 44 in the room. 46. 48? Yep. All right then, 47. 47 in the room. 47 in the room. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 55 in the room. 56. 57. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 61. 62. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Go for 70. Yeah? Put 2 on it. 70. 70. Put a pressure now. 70. 72. 71 then. 75. No? What are you going to go for? 72? Or 75? Be bullish. 72 then. All right then. 72. 72 in the room and selling. At 72,000 we're going to sell. Anybody else want to join in very quickly before we put the hammer down? In the room at 72,000, 73 now on the phone. 73 on the phone. 4? 74 in the room. No, out. At 74 in the room then and selling. At 74,000. At 74,000. Are we all done at 74? For the first time of asking then at 74,000. Second time at 74,000. Third and final time at 74,000. Sold. Well done. Brilliant. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we move on now to our last lot, don't we? I think number 9. Before I offer that one up for sale, I'd just like to say I hope that those of you that have ventured here have enjoyed yourselves. Our next sale is on the 13th of May. It's already starting to look like a really nice sale. I've got a couple of really good building opportunities coming up in Ipswich. We've got a refurb in Essex and a refurb in Norfolk that have already been confirmed as well. So it's looking like the May sale is going to be a very good sale. So if you have anything you want to talk to me about, it's possibly selling and including in that auction, don't hesitate to talk to me or anybody within the Goldings team, because we'll be delighted to talk to you. So let's offer this last lot up today, which is 4 Newbury Road. There she is. 4 Newbury Road. A little gem as well, isn't it? A 3-bedroom semi in the Cobblestone High School area, one of the most desirable areas of Ipswich, no doubt about it. It's got gas central heating, it's got double glazing, it's got a garage. You know, it ticks a lot of boxes already. There is an opportunity for some refurbishment. That's the reason it's in the auction. That's the reason it's priced as it is. A lot of people are talking about quite expensive extensions on it. I think you can probably get away. You can create 3 bedrooms and a first floor bathroom with a toilet in it very easily. You can create a nice kitchen diner at the back. So you can make a property that's worth 190,000 without necessarily extending it, just by working with what you've got there already. If you put a nice extension on it, in this area, it could well be worth over 200,000 when it's done. So, you know, it's a very, very good area. Anyway, we're guiding at 130 to 150. Somebody start me at 130 on it, please. Right at bottom guide, somebody. I think you should all put your hands up at 130. 130, somebody. 120 then, somebody. Come on, let's get it sold. 120. 120, looking for 122 from somebody. At 120, looking for 22. 22 at the back there, thank you. 22 at the back. At 122 at the back. 24, sir? No, 22 at the back then. 24, thank you. 24, 24, 26, 28. I've taken it already, sir. I beg your pardon. 28, 30. You in it still? You in, sir? 32, thank you. 34. You in? 36, 38. Keep going at 40. Okay, it's at 40 then. 40 in the room there. Add 140,000. That's all. Add 140,000. Are we all done? 140. New bid here at 142, thank you. 144, gentlemen seated there. 144. 146. 148. 150. Take the 1 if you like now. Do you want to go for the 1? 51 then. 52. 53. No, at 153. At the back, do you want to join back in? It's 153 seated at the moment. 154, thank you. 154 against you, sir. Right at the back at 154. 155. 155 seated here in the middle. At 155 and selling. 156. 156. At 156. It's a lovely opportunity, isn't it? At 156. 157, thank you. 157. You're definitely out? Okay, at 157. Anybody else want to kick in? Otherwise, I'm going to sell at 157. I will actually take a half if everybody wants to quickly throw it in right at the end. Otherwise, I'm selling at 157,000. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time of asking then at 157,000. 157 and a half. I do apologize. 157 and a half. 157, 500, and 58. 158. All right. At 158, we're selling at 158,000 for the first time of asking. 158,000 for the second time of asking. 158,000, third and final time. Sold. Well done, sir. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed the sale. The Sintra House guys, come and see me. Anybody else that's interested in Sintra House, come and see me. And we'll see if we can get that last one put to bed as well. But thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, for attending the auction. Safe journey home.